I took care of her tonight because I was jealous. I've been jealous all my life.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the movie stars whose performances left a big impression over a relatively short period of time.
I know it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart.
Number 10. Louise Riner.
Won't you come in, Monsieur Ziegfeld?
Though her name is mostly known among classic movie buffs, Louise Riner was a trailblazer of the 1930s. The German-born actress came to America in 1935, where she soon distinguished herself in heavily dramatic roles in The Great Ziegfeld and The Good Earth. She made history by becoming the first person to not only win 2 acting Oscars, but also became the first to win them back-to-back.
I'm so happy for you today. I could not help it calling you and congratulate you.
After that, though, studio expectations and complications in her personal life stalled her career. Her film career was effectively over by the end of the decade, and despite going on to live well into the 21st century, she appeared in only 3 films between 1939 and 2003.
And it's better to go south or die walking than to give it to you for nothing.
Number 9. John Belushi.
When they stop serving breakfast? No, no breakfast. No breakfast? Nope. Fine, I just want a couple of eggs. No breakfast. Cheeseburger, huh?
The Chicago-born improviser and comedian was a key part of the very first Saturday Night Live ensemble, but from there, his fame and talents catapulted him to movie stardom. His first bona fide starring role came in 1978's raunchy college comedy Animal House.
I'm a zit. Get it?
He followed this up with what may be his most iconic role, that of Joliet Jake Blues in The Blues Brothers, a character he created for SNL. While he was also known for his physical comedy, Belushi's personal life and substance use disorder were also widely publicized. In 1982, at the height of his fame, he passed away from an overdose.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes, it's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Number 8. Mara Wilson.
You can't go now.
You have to.
We're right in the middle of Charlotte's Web. Who's gonna finish it?
For millennials of a certain age, few actors epitomize the media of our childhoods like former child star Mara Wilson. Her career, though short, includes a couple of the most nostalgia-laden movies of the 1990s. Her film debut, Mrs. Doubtfire, cast her as the on-screen daughter of comic master Robin Williams, but it may be her starring role as Matilda that forever embedded her in our hearts.
The sawdust quiets the ears and lets the engine run as sweet as a nut for a couple of miles.
Daddy, that's cheating.
Of course it's cheating. Nobody ever got rich being honest.
By the time she was 13, she was done with film acting. Her last major film role was in the year 2000. Since then, she's spoken and written about her experiences as a child star and made consistent appearances on podcasts and web series.
Young lady, where were you?
Miss Trunchbull kept the whole school late because we ate some chocolate cake.
Number 7. Bruce Lee.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Though he had appeared in several films by the time he emigrated to the US from Hong Kong, Bruce Lee's stardom didn't come until the late 60s. His mythic status was helped by his premature death shortly after the making of what would be his most famous film, Enter the Dragon.
Never take your eyes off your opponent, even when you bow. That's it.
He's remembered not just for his significant contributions to film, but to martial arts as a discipline. The mythic status of his death was compounded by his son Brandon's death, when he was just on the cusp of action stardom himself.
Suddenly, I heard a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door.
Number 6. River Phoenix.
Do you think I'm weird? Definitely. No, man, seriously. Am I weird? Yeah, but so what? Everybody's weird.
Some actors are so talented, it's scary. From his movie debut in the mid-80s, Teen idol River Phoenix always had a haunted and hurt quality, but Phoenix's choice of roles wasn't relegated to mainstream properties. Despite his short career, his projects range from mainstream classics to indie darlings.
You guys really like to swear, don't you?
No, we like to drink.
Phoenix was a reliable dose of authenticity and raw power in every movie he appeared in. He died tragically and suddenly at the age of 23. His legacy lives on in his roles and in his brother, the acclaimed actor Joaquin Phoenix.
Blue eyes, blonde hair. You're okay? Where are you? What's the matter, kid?
Number 5. Britney Murphy. When she looked right at the camera and said,
"You're a virgin who can't drive."
Honestly, we felt it. Whether she was the eccentric best friend, the romantic lead, or the star, Britney Murphy's expressive eyes and vulnerability were astonishing to watch. Whether it was comedy or drama, she was a force.
You're just jealous, Lisa. Because I got better. Because I was released.
Between 1995 and 2009, she gave us so many iconic, memeable, and downright heartbreaking movie moments. Though her mysterious death at the age of 32 may have overshadowed much of her work, it's safe to say that with more time and more roles, she would be listed among the cinema greats.
You and I, we're gonna be friends. Okay?
Number 4. John Kahal.
I'm your older brother, Mike, and I was stepped over.
That's the way Pop wanted
It
it.
ain't the way I wanted it.
If you're going to make a leap to film acting, one of the greatest films of all time is a solid place to start. Although his career in the theater began in the late 1950s, John Kahal didn't make his screen debut until he played Fredo Corleone in 1972's The Godfather.
You're my older brother, and I love you. But don't ever take sides with anyone against the family again. Ever.
Cahal's subdued intensity and incredibly specific style were put to use in several great films of the 70s. Having starred in only 5 feature-length films, he also has the distinguished honor of having all of his films nominated for the Best Picture Oscar. However, his career and life were cut short by lung cancer. His final film role was in the 1978 Best Picture winner The Deer Hunter, alongside his partner Meryl Streep.
God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Number 3. Chadwick Boseman.
Wakanda will no longer watch from the shadows. We cannot. We must not.
Just 3 short years before he was immortalized as T'Challa, this beloved actor broke through with his performance as the trailblazing baseball player Jackie Robinson. He followed this up with his spirited performance in the James Brown biopic Get On Up.
God made your ears. You didn't make them. You gonna argue with God's ears? If it sound good and it feel good, then it's musical.
From there, Chadwick Boseman became a hero in every sense. His philanthropy and revolutionary screen presence made him unforgettable. When he died of cancer in 2020, it was a massive blow to his fans and to the culture at large. His last completed film performance in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is a searing swan song, a reminder of his tremendous gifts and a memorial to all the performances we never got to see.
I ain't had nothing but bad luck all my life. Couldn't get no worse. What the hell I care about some bad luck? Hell, I eat it every day for breakfast.
Number 2. Heath Ledger.
See, I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve.
This Australian actor scored his first film credit with 1997's Black Rock, but his breakthrough wouldn't come until 1999. Heath Ledger was one of the industry's biggest stars at the time of his death in 2008. Even excluding his last, Oscar-winning, character-defining performance as the Joker, this actor made a lasting impact.
It's simple. We kill the Batman.
If it's so simple, why haven't you done it already?
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
From the romantic lead of 10 Things I Hate About You to his sensitive portrayal of a closeted cowboy in Brokeback Mountain, he redefined male movie stardom for the new millennium. That he did all this within a relatively short career span is a miracle all on its own.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Then why don't you
Why don't you just let me be, huh?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. James Dean.
Any law against throwing stones? Oh, you're tough, huh? Come here!
He made his debut as a lead in 1955, and by 1956, he was a fallen screen god. He only had 3 credited roles when he died at the height of his fame in a tragic car accident. Of all the actors featured on this list, his career was the shortest, and his image is probably the longest lasting.
Me, I'm gonna have more money than you ever thought you could have. You and all the rest of you stinking sons of Benedicts.
James Dean became the poster boy for adolescent angst and cemented the leather jacket-wearing tough guys that defined the now cliched image of 1950s masculinity. His roles as the tortured bad boys of Rebel Without a Cause and Giant paved the way for the emotional, vulnerable, and volatile leading men that followed after him.
You're tearing me apart!
What?
You say one thing, he says another, and everybody changes back again!
Who's your favorite movie actor whose star burned bright and fast? Tell us in the comments.
You can't savor all the little emotions.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.